Rumors are that allegedly Marlo is fighting behind the scenes to keep Porsha away from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Will her plan work? And what exactly is her plan? I have some new information that may answer those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about. And it centers around rumors that allegedly Marlo is fighting behind the scenes to keep Porsha away from Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's her plan? And will it work? I have some new information that may answer those questions and more. And here it goes. Kinfolk, let me read to you what my sources are saying about this particular rumor. Sources are saying that allegedly Marlo is fighting hard behind the scenes to keep Porsha away from the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. Marlo finally has her peach and will probably do anything to keep it, said one source. The source continued, all the ladies agree that Porsha and other former housewives should be kept away from the franchise for the foreseeable future in order to allow the newbies to find their place on the show, ended the source. However, sources say Marlo is fighting harder than any other lady when it comes to seeing former housewives back on the show. Another source said Marlo's tactics have become downright blatant. So, many are asking, what is Marlo's plan? And will it work? Well, allegedly, sources believe that Marlo is trying to erase Porsha's legacy on the show by taking bits and pieces of Porsha's show's persona and flipping them into her own. It's a genius plan, said one industry insider. If Marlo can pull this off, being that Porsha is no longer on the show, and taking bits and pieces of Porsha's style and making it her own, then fans will probably see that there's no need for Porsha to return to the show because they have Porsha 2.0 in the form of Marlo. Other industry insiders suggest that it's Marlo's best interest to keep Porsha off the show, simply because production could take Marlo's peach and give it to Porsha if she ever came back to the franchise. For now, sources say that Marlo's alleged plan is just that, a plan. And they don't know if it will work. However, like always, we will have to wait and see. Now, kinfolk, when I look at this rumor, there are bits and pieces of it that I can see as being factual. And then there are also parts of it that I can see as being not factual. First, I will say this. The part of the rumor that I think that is factual is that Marlo is working overtime to not only solidify herself as a peach holder, but to also show, I think, Bravo and production that she is deserving of having her peach. As we saw Marlo in recent interviews, saying that fans will not miss Porsha or even Cynthia. And we're seeing Marlo in interviews really defending the decision for her to have a peach. We're beginning to see who Marlo will become as a new official peach holder. We're going to see a very fiercely protective Marlo over her brand and also over her place on the show. Now, will she do anything to keep her peach? Probably so, but in reason. We're going to see more than likely a Marlo who we've always seen in the past, but I think we're going to see it at a higher level. We are going to see her defending herself, and we are going to see her also trying to make a name for herself on the show. Now, the other part of this rumor that I could see as being factual is the part where they say that Marlo is fighting harder than any other OG on the show to keep former housewives from getting back on the show. Now, I think that part of the rumor can be factual. However, I think the fighting part of keeping the other OGs off the show, I don't think it's necessarily literal. I think when they say fighting, I think it is more so Marlo is fighting to find her voice. Marlo is fighting to show production that she was the best choice and that no other OG housewife is going to be needed after this season, because she, along with all the other OGs who are on the show, can really carry the franchise forward into the future. Now, Kinfolk, to the other big part of this rumor, Marlo's alleged plan to take bits and pieces of who Porsha is in her style and flip into her own to make herself stand out, and also to make it seem as if production doesn't need Porsha back on the show because they have Porsha 2.0 in the form of Marlo. Now, that part of the rumor, I honestly don't think it's factual. Simply because if you look at Marlo's time on the show, Marlo was actually there before Porsha. Also, when you look at who Marlo has been understudying for the last several seasons, which is Nene, I think we're going to see Marlo actually take bits and pieces of who Nene is as a person, or was as a person on the show, and flipping it into her own. Now, sources are already saying that Marlo will have a heightened role in the group. She's been there, I think, the second longest. And so we're going to see her take a role of a Nene Leakes at trying to corral the women around certain issues, certain drama, and certain events. However, we also are going to see her partake in a lot of drama. Nene has confirmed this. Candy has confirmed this, that Marlo, just like Nene, is starting a lot of issues with the other ladies. In particular, she's starting major beef with Kenya. Sounds familiar? Exactly. You know, Nene and Kenya had that very visceral beef. Beef between Kenya and Porsha, it was mild until, the physical altercation. But after that, it kind of tamed down because Porsha, whenever she got into it with Kenya, will always remove herself from the situation. However, Nene always tend to go full on head to head with Kenya. And we're going to see a lot of that resurface with Marlo and Kenya this upcoming season. So, the part of the rumor where it is saying that Marlo's plan to take bits and pieces of who Porsha is or was on the show and flip it into her own to make fans feel like, well, we still have Porsha here, so she's not necessarily needed. Marlo is holding both Porsha's space and her space. Now, it's a genius plan, and I think if Marlo was to ever try to pull it off, I think she could. But I don't think that's the person. I don't think that's the person who Marlo is looking to particularly replace. And I think that person really is Nene. However, when it does come to Marlo and Porsha, and Marlo trying to again fight to make fans forget about Porsha and Cynthia not being on the show, I think that's to the extent as far as it goes with Marlo trying to take Porsha's place or try to replace Porsha. The last part of this rumor that I don't think is actually factual is the part where they say that industry insiders feel like that if Porsha was to come back, then Marlo would lose her peach. It goes back to my previous statement. I don't think Porsha and Marlo are the same person or character on the show, or the same castmate, I would say. So if Porsha did come back, she probably would replace a newbie, I would say. Or if an OG decided to leave the show, she probably replace an OG with another. They probably will replace an OG with another OG. I don't think Marlo is the person that if Porsha came back, Porsha would replace. Again, simply because they're not the same person. But Kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that now that Marlo has a peach, do you think that she's going to be a strong enough cast member to secure her peach for seasons to come? Or do you think Marlo should be nervous and that she has a lot to prove? And if she doesn't deliver, then production will replace her with Porsha. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys over on the next one. Peace.